Welcome to another edition of Small Talk for You. This morning I'd like to go through doing Ajax in a Seaside application. To do this, what we need to do is configure our application to use Ajax and then write the ancillary code that will actually take advantage of it. Today we're going to use Scriptaculous. I'll go through another one next time using jQuery. They're both awfully similar, but two different libraries, so I thought I'd go through both options. What we want to do is go to Configure, and we want to configure both Login and View. So let's just go down to one. They're both going to be the same thing. Go down here to Libraries. I've already added both the Prototype and Scriptaculous libraries, but to do that, go to Configure. Up here at the top you'll see Modify, which is no longer on this list because I've modified it, but you'll have to do that to open it up. Select the library on the left, move it to the right with these buttons, and then down at the bottom, hit OK. Once you've done that for both screens, you can then move along to the code piece, which is actually pretty simple. What we're going to do is go to our menu view, which is where all the action is. We're going to change the class definition to hold a component, the list component itself, so that when we click the link, we can go ahead and tell the list component to update itself through the render. The way that's going to work is pretty simple. Rendering, render content on. If we select new post, we want that to be just a standard link because we want to bring up the post editor. If it's the other things, the filter options, we want those to be Ajax links. And the Ajax links are going to look like this. On click event set up through the anchor, grab this part of the page, so we're only impacting the list ID component, so that's a div area on the page. And then the callback. Render, we grab the list component, which is why we need the instance variable. Update filter from, which is a new method over in the list component, and then tell the renderer to re-render that list component. A couple of things we need here. We need to go to the list view, and we needed to have here update filter from. So we go to all posts, and if it's true, we set to all post filter. So when the filter comes in, we check which one it is, either do all post filter or today's post filter. And finally, down here in the server view, what we needed to do is one small thing. When we're rendering the menu component, setting it up, we're going to go ahead and take the menu component and give it a list component instance variable so that when we do that rendering thing, it knows how to work with that. So when we did the initialization, we need to set it up to hold that instance variable. With all those things in place, let's go over here, and we'll go all the way back out to the top. And then we'll go into, well, not config, we want to go one more further back. So let's go back there, go to blog view, and now here we have our main page, and I've rerun the initialization so that all the posts are today or yesterday. Today's posts, notice how it just updated that part. All posts, again, only updated that part. And it's going to work exactly the same way with jQuery. We're just going to have a little different setup in terms of the way the code's going to be invoked on the Smalltalk side, and of course on the JavaScript side, it's going to be using an entirely different library. But from the end user standpoint of how it operates, it's going to be awfully similar. So, that's about it for today. Until next time, have fun with whatever Smalltalk you're using.